Hey there everyone, thanks so much for tuning in and checking out today's video. I got a special treat in the mail today from the good people over at Retro Game Books. They were kind enough to send this out to me for review. Now, some of you may know I did a video a few weeks ago talking about Retro Game Books, was highlighting their website and some of the things they have on offer there. A lot of the books they sell, unfortunately, have been out of print for a while and are only available in digital-only versions. But this is a brand new book that they just came out with. And like I said, they were kind enough to send me out a hard copy of this book to check out for you guys. So let's jump in and see what it is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, first thing I could say is it's nicely packaged, nice and tight in that box. You got your bubble wrap here. You've got the book itself in plastic, so it keeps everything nice and neat so that there is no concerns about it getting messed up or damaged in shipping. And there it is. This is Video Game Maps SNES Volume 2. So this is the second in their book of video game maps for the SNES, the Super Nintendo. First one came out, I believe, about a year or so ago. Unfortunately, still unavailable in hardcover like this, only available through digital. They are hoping to get a reprint of it soon. But this is now Volume 2, with Volume 3 set to follow sometime in the future. I'm not sure exactly when they plan on putting the third volume out, but the second one, like I said, has just now come out and is available on their website. I'll provide links in the description. I will show off the website at the end of this review. But let's take a look at what this book is all about. So if, like me, you grew up with magazines like Nintendo Power or Electronic Gaming Monthly, you know that a lot of times they would publish articles on particular games, and sometimes they would even have cheats or maps or different things in the magazines to help you navigate the game, to help you kind of get through and all. This book kind of harkens back to that, focusing on maps more than anything, giving you maps and different things to different games. Like I said, they are going to be doing this in 3 volumes. This is the middle volume. The first one covered games for the Super Nintendo, A through F. This one goes F through S. The final volume, I assume, will be S through Z. But let's take a look at some of the games that are in here and see what they have in this book. So here's a fun one to start off with. This is Goof Troop, based on Goofy from Disney. I believe this was one of the Disney cartoons that was on TV back in the 80s, Goof Troop. And, you know, again, this was a game kind of based on that. You could see that there's some really cool stuff in here. They tell you when it was published in North America, in Europe, in Japan. They give you a little bit of information about the game itself. And then you could see the maps for the different stages laid out here. So if this is a game that you had trouble with back in the day, or if you bust this out on an emulator, or maybe you even have a Super Nintendo or a way to play Super Nintendo games and you've got this one on there, this is something that can help you get through the game. Here's one that's definitely a fan favorite, although this is not one that I played so much back in the day, but this was really kind of the start of these sim farming games. This is Harvest Moon, which came out in Japan in August of 1996 and in North America in June of 97, according to this. And again, you got some information on it here. You've got a look at some of the maps in the game. Now, this book may not give you everything. You might not get every map, everything laid out in it, but it's going to give you kind of an idea, and it's just a great nostalgic look at the games. Now, of course, a lot of times when we think about needing a map for a game, we're thinking about like an RPG or something like that. But this is the layout for Joe and Mac. And Joe and Mac is a side scroller, but you can kind of see they've got some of the stages laid out here as well for a game like Joe and Mac. Now, I know that some of the Mega Man games are also in here as well. So again, if this was a game that you played that you always had trouble with, having a layout of what the stages look like can kind of help you prepare for playing the game. And if nothing else, even if you don't use this for playing the games, it's just really kind of cool to have a book like this that tells you about the games. It kind of reminds you of what's in the games and things like that. Now, while some of the games just get a couple of pages dedicated to them, one of the biggest games ever on the Super Nintendo was, of course, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And this gets some really, really extensive look at it. Not just information about the game, you get a look at the 2 different overworlds in the game. You get some information about it. You get a look at dungeons. I mean, there is just page after page after page of info on Legend of Zelda. And man, just look at that, some of the concept art and everything. There's just a lot to really like in this book. I mean, it just keeps going and going. There's just so much on this. So it's really cool to see how extensive they've gotten. I mean, they've even got some pages in here. You can see these pages in here look like they were probably published in a Japanese magazine at some point. So these would never have been in any magazines or any kind of information here in the US prior to a book like this. So if you're a collector and you like nerdy stuff like this, books and different things about your games, this is definitely a cool thing to look into and pick up. Now, another fun little thing in this book is it comes with a built-in board game. This is Millennial Fair board game, and it's actually based on Chrono Trigger. Now, they tell you to cut all this stuff out and all in order to play the game. Now, I got to be honest with you, there is no way in hell I'm cutting this book up. But, you know, I might try to throw this on a copier and copy them and cut them out that way to do. Who knows? But still, it's kind of neat that they give you like this little board game at the back of the book that you can play. And they even give you a SNES crossword puzzle that you can play as well. Again, I probably wouldn't mark up my book. I'd probably, scan this and copy it out. But it's pretty cool that it's there. And then finally, at the back of the book, they've got some info on some of the other books and things that they sell, and a little sneak peek at the cover for Volume 3. So I think this is really cool. I am going to be keeping an eye on their website. Hopefully, Volume 1 will come out again in hardcover like this. And definitely when Volume 3 comes out, it's something that I will pick up to complete the collection of this. But for now, I gotta say again, thank you so much to Retro Game Books for sending this out to me. This is a really cool book. This is gonna look really great next to some of my other gaming books. Make a cool coffee table book, or again, just something to have in your game room for people to kind of check out and look at while they're playing some of your other games, or while they're waiting to play some of your other games, if you know other people are there playing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're into this kind of stuff, you like all kinds of different information about games and a look at the maps and levels of different games, there is a lot to really like in a book like this. And there you have it. That is Video Game Maps for the SNES Volume 2 from Retro Game Books. Okay, so before I wrap up this video, here is a look at their website, Retro Game Books. I will have a link to this in the video description. This is their brand new book that I just went over. You can actually go ahead and purchase this now. This is Video Game Maps SNES Volume 2. It comes in 3 different versions. You've got the hardcover version, which is what I just showed, for $42. You've got a bundle, which comes with a bunch of other things here, including some stickers, a bookmark, an art print, a notebook, all kinds of different stuff for $65. This apparently right now is sold out. Hopefully they'll get more of this. And of course, there's also the digital form, the ebook, for $5. And there you have it, Video Game Maps SNES Volume 2, available now to purchase from Retro Game Books for $42. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, leave me a like, leave me some comments below. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. And if you'd like to help support the channel even further, you could consider getting a membership. But that is all for now. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and happy reading.